When I think about meal prep, I always think about that content creator who's making like 7 of the same meal to be eaten over like a week that I don't know that I would ever want to eat or feed other people because my kids will get sick of the same food over and over again. Now, I do enjoy eating leftovers. I have no problem eating leftovers, but they definitely are better if you're a little bit more creative and can come up with a meal that is not exactly the same thing. So this morning my kid had chorizo and egg, and I for myself made chorizo and beans, and then of course as I made both of those things I came up with this plan right here. Now I didn't have everything. I did have to ask my husband to stop off at the store on the way home, but he had no problem doing that, and unfortunately rather than taladas he did give me bolillos. But the idea is to make a torta to the best of my ability with the ingredients that I have on hand, and obviously I'm using a carving knife, which is why that one isn't working the way I'd like it to. I don't know where the hell my bread knife is, and I don't know how you lose a knife like that, but whatever. This is my take on a torta. I once went to a restaurant called Goody Tacos in Bridgeport, and it does not exist anymore. And I remember walking in and asking, like, can I have a chorizo and egg torta? And the guy kind of laughed at me because it wasn't on the menu, I think. And I was like, can I just... like, do you know what that is? And then they laughed at me because, of course, obviously, everybody knows what that is. But it just wasn't on the menu, and then they made it for me. It was amazing. So that's one of my favorite meals of all time, and I'm really sad that they are not Goody Tacos anymore. But this is my version of that. This is chorizo beans, which I think heightens the flavor of beans that I made yesterday in the Instant Pot. So yay for making food at home. And then just, reusing some of the chorizo in a different way with the eggs and making sure that we're not wasting food. Because this is the best way for me to do this, to have like a meal in my head ready for dinner. Because that's what this is. I didn't eat lunch today. But I am throwing everything in a microwave. I could have done this fresh if I wanted to. I do have a little bit of chorizo left over, but why make more dishes, Like, I'm already not cooking, so I might as well. I mean, I did make a lot of dishes, I feel like, because I don't like my food touching different things. And so while I'm using the same spatula for things and it seems to be working okay here, I do end up having to use a lot of different forks and knives and things for all the condiments that I choose to use. Now, my husband will not need like mayonnaise or sour cream if you give him avocado, but this is not for my husband. This is for me. So I want everything. I can hardly even taste the mayonnaise. I just want it there. And I do want the sour cream and the queso fresco. I almost put a second cheese on here just because I could. The lime, I thought I would use it, and it was fine, I guess, but I don't know that I needed it. And of course, the salsa and everything. I don't have time to make any right now, and my husband did bring all the things to make it. I just chose not to. So this is our leftover watermelon that we've been like trying to finish off since the weekend. And I figured I might as well just use my nifty little blender here and make myself a little juice. And then I was thinking, hey, I bet if I wanted to, I could add some alcohol, but I said, no, it's fine. I don't have to. We don't have to add alcohol to everything we drink, Renee. Okay. Anyway, this takes like 2 seconds to blend up. And really the whole reason for doing this was just because I could, and because I like to eat good food. So if I'm going to eat leftovers and I'm going to clean out the fridge and I'm going to do this and have this kind of life, it's going to be good. Because I know how to cook and I know how to add ingredients well enough to be able to put things together and make flavors that kind of mesh. So I thought it would be a nice idea to add the breeze just because I had it. And I was actually looking for LaCroix, but I didn't have any up near me. So I did try this version. It's a little bit of watermelon, a little bit of lime. And then I was like, you know what, this is very delicious. And I'm going to try, and I probably could have done like the rim the right way, Anyway, added tahini to the whole thing. And I am really proud of myself. I think this whole meal was a win. And everything here, except for the tolera, was a leftover, So, as I mentioned, the mayonnaise is brand new because our fridge broke like a week ago. So everything is being added as a need basis, like I'm not adding too much. I'm not, filling up our fridge with things from Costco, although I did buy some eggs from there a couple days ago, but I'm not allowed to go to Costco. My husband's the one who has to go, and we're trying to end the membership as soon as possible. So anyway, this bite was delicious. And then I realized like, oh, right. I forgot something. So it's amazing, yes, but let's go ahead and add that last piece because this is the part that like brings it all together. Because the Erda salsa is not spicy. I'm just so happy. It's so good. Meal prepping at its finest.